It's been a long time since I've made a movie review. The last time I've made a movie review was Black Panther Wakanda Forever back in December 2022. But I'm back with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Originally, I was supposed to make Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania in March, but I couldn't because I didn't watch the movie. So, yeah, I couldn't make the video. But I did watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Did it live up to the hype? Was it disappointing like all the other recent Marvel movies? Well, let's start reviewing. Okay, now let's start with the positive side of this movie. I really liked Rocket's backstory. It was very emotional. I've actually noticed something while I was watching the movie is that Rocket isn't in this movie that often. Like most of his screen time is just a backstory. Because in the whole movie he's like injured and hold on, wait, I need to fix something. Okay, yeah, that's much better. I was just fixing my green screen. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, like most of his screen time was just through a backstory, and I really liked how they like portrayed the High Evolutionary. You will hate him. When I say you hate him, I don't mean he's a bad villain. I mean you will hate him because he's a horrible person. He is a very evil person. To be honest, he's a way better villain than Kang the Conqueror. I was very excited for Kang the Conqueror, but it was just a disappointment. But the High Evolutionary, he's an actual threat. He's a way better villain than Kang the Conqueror. You know, he's a way better villain than the next Thanos, Kang the Conqueror. That's how good he was in this movie. So yeah, that's the one thing that I liked about this movie. I really liked how James Gunn balanced comedy with action and sadness. I really liked how he balanced them. Something that we don't see this often in Marvel movies nowadays. And the also positive side, what was the other thing that I liked in this movie? Oh yeah, there was an action scene that will forever be in my mind. I will never forget it. It's that good. And yeah, spoiler alert. No one dies in this movie. Rocket doesn't die, Drax doesn't die, Star-Lord doesn't die. I mean, the only people who kind of died are Star-Lord and Rocket, but Star-Lord was saved by Adam Warlock, and Rocket came back to life, kind of. So, what was the other thing that I really liked? I really liked that, you know, the Guardians' adventure throughout the trilogy. Like in this movie, they are united more than they have ever been. And I really liked, you know, everyone's ending to their own story. Everyone has their time to shine in this movie, whether it's a side character or a main character. Everyone has their time to shine. And I know a lot of people will not like the ending. They will be like, wait, what? I know the ending will be either disappointing to them or confusing. But, oh, someone's charging the car. I really liked it. You know, I've been with these characters since 2014. So I guess maybe it's because I've been with them for a long time that I really like the ending. So the ending is Drax retires, Nebula becomes the leader of Nowhere, Rocket becomes the leader of the Guardians, Adam Warlock joins the Guardians, Groot says his first words other than I am Groot. He actually speaks something that isn't I am Groot. He says I love you guys. I know it's not translation, he actually says that. Gamora goes back to the Ravagers. Star-Lord goes back to Earth. And Mantis, wait, what happened to Mantis? I think she's still with the Guardians, I don't remember. I watched the movie like 2 days ago. So I don't remember much, but I really liked the movie. Now let's get to the negative side. There's only one thing that I didn't like about this movie, and that's Adam Warlock's inclusion in this movie. Like, Adam Warlock, for comic book readers, they know Adam Warlock is a very serious guy. He should be the main villain at this point. But I am kind of happy that he's not the main villain, because if you think about it, I realized something. Most of the recent Marvel villains are villains that started off as villains and ended as heroes. Like, for example, Scarlet Witch, Namor the Submariner, and who else? Started as a villain and ended as a hero. Gore the God Butcher. Let me think. Who else? Every Spider-Man villain in Spider-Man No Way Home, kind of, they all ended up as heroes. And who else ended up as a hero? I don't remember, but you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm glad he's not the main villain, but they could have at least made him a threat, because he is very childish. Apparently they say something that he came out of his pot very early, so even though he has the body of a man, he actually has the mind of a child, which kind of makes sense, but it's Adam Warlock. He shouldn't have the mind of a child. He should be an actual threat. But I'm actually kind of happy he's not the main villain. I think they should have made him the villain of another project, and then they could have made him a hero. But that's the only thing that I didn't like about this movie. So, final score, originally, I was supposed to give this movie a 10 out of 10 because the movie was so beautiful and it was such a perfect movie. But because of the whole Adam Warlock inclusion and that they've kind of ruined his character, I'm going to give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. When you watch the movie, if you know Adam Warlock, most of the movie you're going to forget about him. You're going to be like, oh yeah, I forgot you were in this movie. And when his mother dies, it's supposed to be an emotional scene, but it just happens and people just forget about it. I actually forgot that his mother died in this movie. I just remembered just after finishing the movie. That's when I remembered that his mother died. I didn't even know his mother died. So I think they should have capitalized on his reaction to his mother dying. And I'm pretty sure there was a deleted scene of him crying about his mother dying, but I'll just wait. But anyway, 9.5 out of 10. I will not change my mind about this movie. Perfect movie, and I'm really excited for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and The Flash. So thank you guys for watching this movie. Thank you guys for the support that you're showing to this YouTube channel. From 74 subscribers to 82 in 28 days. I've never done this in my whole career as a YouTuber, so I really like the support. And thank you guys for watching this video, and goodbye.